Good morning, folks. Sorry, I was just messing around with a few new things and you'd have seen me just staring at the screen into the abyss, not really knowing what was going on. Trying not to freak out. I think I got away with it until I just dobbed myself in. Welcome to another episode of the Witsup Weekly Grind. We're trying a different time for a couple of reasons. One, I have to go and do some other things today, so I couldn't do it at my normal 1 o'clock time. And the second thing is I'm trying to capture all of our audience across the world. We're quite a global platform, so I'm trying different times to see what works best for you. So leave a comment, let us know what your thoughts are. But now I am going to introduce, it's fair to say she's one of my favourite. I can see her smiling in the corner on our Skype call. Please welcome for the very first time to the Witsup Weekly Grind, Lauren Brandon. Yay!
Hi.
Do you know what I can do? Hang on. I'm going to try something else, something new, okay? Hang on 1 second. I'm going to introduce... Can you hear the applause?
You can barely hear it.
But I think everyone else can. Welcome, Lauren Brandon. Ready?
So exciting. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
I am doing pretty good. You know, I think considering everything that's going on, I think I'm in a much better place than I was a couple weeks ago. So it's good.
Much better place in terms of you getting your head around the new norm, or?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think it kind of takes a little while to process everything that's going on, and I'm finally getting back into a routine and training a little bit more, and so it's been good. Yeah.
Nice one. You've written an article for us that we're going to publish tomorrow, and I think one of my favourite things, obviously it's giving people practical advice, but you also talk about, you know, what's important right now and how it's not about trying to smash yourself, and you've got a few other really good points that I think, as whether you're a triathlete or not, it's some really good some points to adhere to, and I thought it was a really good introduction to some swim exercises for sure. I think it's important. I think it's really important to be talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone is different and maybe in what they can handle right now, and for me personally, I think the emotional and mental stress just kind of takes a lot out of you, or a lot more than you think. So for me, a lot of like physical training and intensity just wasn't going to happen. But, you know, I think as we know, this is now going to go on for quite a long time. You can, like you said, you just kind of have to start getting into a new normal, whatever that might be.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to quickly say hi to Joe Murphy and Joe Coombe and Scotty Babel have just tuned in. Do you know Joe Murphy from over in Ireland? She does some work with Ironman and some commentary. Have you heard of Joe?
I don't think so. Now I'm going to feel like a complete arse if I...
No. It just means... I'm just going to move this camera a bit. Oh, that's better. Our heads weren't level. I've become so OCD. Like with everything.
I did the other day with Meredith. I know you're very upset.
Because I even emailed them and said, make sure it's on landscape, and which we all did at the start. Because the one before I was like, oh, that is doing my head in. There's so much black space around, and oh my God. Anyway, now our heads are level on Facebook Live, so we
I just see the avocado on our Guac Squad poster behind me.
Is that what it says, Guac Squad?
Well, it doesn't say Guac Squad, but that's the name of it. It's just a bunch of avocados.
I like it. They always almost look like the avocados, or maybe they look a little bit like pears from the book Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they're super colorful. Oh,
yeah. I like it. Now, we are here. Jo Coom has just said that she's on Zwift, I think, along with everyone else in the world right
Nice.
now. But that's a great segue, and we planned it like that, to talk about Ironman VR. Ironman virtual racing kicked off a few days ago, but the pro race was on the weekend between Marinda Carfrae, Jocelyn McCauley, Jeannie Seymour, and Angela Nath. It was on at a time when I couldn't watch it, but we've brought in the expert, Lauren Brandon, to talk us through. Now, what did you think? We've got a few things to unpack about it, but what did you think, generally speaking, about the event?
I mean, I loved it. So it started at 9 a.m. for me. I'm on the same time zone as when the race started. And so I just got done with breakfast and coffee and tuned in, and I got super nervous like watching it. I don't even know why, but I think they're all getting ready to race, and I just felt super nervous for some reason, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I think a lot of people probably tuned in while they were on the trainer, which is a great way to kind of keep you entertained, and I found that it was super motivating. I mean, I had a really good bike ride after, because I just felt, I just felt like motivated for something new and to maybe be able to participate in the race. And, I think they did a really good, I think they were having some technical difficulties. I don't think it bothered any of us, because I think it's brand new for everyone. And I think they did a fantastic job. And I was definitely entertained and just found it fun to watch.
Yeah.
But, I think it was great.
I think the key with technical issues is just owning it, just shit happens. Like, I mean, even we, when we tried to start this chat, the reason we were late is because for whatever reason Skype wasn't working. So we were just like, turn it on and off, which always works. Unless you are racing, and Jordan has just made a comment, unless you're racing in a virtual race, the worst thing you can do is turn something off. Like Tim O'Donnell accidentally did, and I'll put this comment on the screen. Jordan said it was well done, but T.O. stole the show when he kicked the plug out of Rinnie's trainer. When you were watching, how long did it take for people to realise what had happened? And from an audience perspective, what was going through your head?
I don't know what I was doing at the time, but I'd stepped away for a couple minutes. And when I got back, I saw that people were saying, hey, what happened to Rinnie? Because she all of a sudden fell way out of the race, because she was up there, the top three girls were all really close together. And so they couldn't figure out what happened. She just thought, I don't even think she knew. And then eventually they figured out that Tim was parading around with her trophies and, I think making it more fun and entertaining. But when he was doing that, he, I guess he kicked out her trainer plug, and so she was out of the race. Poor thing.
Oh, it makes me laugh so much. More so because I woke up this morning and Rinnie, Annabelle Luxford had sent Rinnie a screen grab of a newspaper article here in Australia. It's hit the papers here. I've got it on my phone. I wish I'd got a screen grab. But it hit the papers here in New Zealand, I think. And one of the headings is, "Idiot, triathlete's husband ruins her virtual race." Or "Idiot, Ironman three-time Ironman world champions race ruined by her husband," or something. And we reposted on Witsup, and someone's like, "As if that happened." And I'm like, no, it's legit. Jordan has actually just said it made the sports pages of the paper. Yeah. So, but they got nothing else to talk about. So they
I was just going to say that there's nothing else in sport to talk about. So that is the highlight,
Totally. So I think Ironman and all of Rinnie's sponsors can actually thank Tim for splashing it across the pages across the globe. And Jordan's just said, they didn't have anything else to write about. And it's true. I want to get back to something else that Jordan has just posted, but let's talk about how the race unfolded. Jocelyn was the champion in the end.
Yeah, she was a champion in the end, and she also got, I think, like 2 or 3 of the preems, and Angela Nath got 1 or 2 of the preems as well. So, for people that don't know, they have a couple like scheduled in preems for the pros. So everyone knows, okay, from I think it was 11K to 16K, that's going to be, a race within the race, right, and you can get some extra money. But then they put in just a couple random preems. So all of a sudden, Dee said, all right, in 2 minutes, you're going to go 90 seconds all out. And it's whoever has the highest power during that time segment. Yeah, so, right. It was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. And, you had Tio and Izzy in the background at Rinny's house. And Jocelyn had her family, and she was putting up, jokes. She had written out jokes on a piece of paper. I don't know. It's just different things, but it was entertaining for what a virtual race is, right?
Yeah, and it was a 90K bike, and then did they run?
So I don't know if the run actually counted towards, they only did the 90K of the bike. They only followed the pros for the 90K bike.
Right.
And then I think they're just supposed to go run on their own. So it's supposed to be a 5K run, and then they had the 21K run.
Yep, okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure if they're doing a total, if they get another bonus for the whole race, or if it was just the bike.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah, right. Oh, a bit of fun. Excuse me. So Jordan has just said that there might have been confusion around athlete body weight. So by that, I assume she's meaning... So, and this is one of the things that a lot of people said when they talked about doing online racing, and particularly with the age groupers, they talked about doing online racing to get slots for the 70.3 World Championships, which everyone was just like...
Yeah.
Or everyone was like...
Yikes.
But
I'm sure.
Yeah. Because... and we're not saying this is what happened, but if you are not very accurate with your weight when you plug it into the system, and this is across any kind of virtual or augmented reality racing, it changes your power to weight ratio, and it changes how the avatar actually performs. Have you had a go on the Ruvi system yet?
I have not. I haven't, but I understand that is something people were concerned about, I guess. You have, and also I was thinking about how 2 of the women were at altitude, and then another 2 were at sea level. And then today for the men, 3 were in Boulder at altitude and 1 was at sea level. So, that adds another element into it as well. But I don't know. I guess you're always going to have people cheat, whether it's about their weight or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I just think people have to see that's not the point. The point is to just get you motivated, get you working hard, and have some fun. And I think that's how you kind of have to look at it,
Yeah. I think what would actually be cool, I think, to add it into the pro race is if you do a weigh-in like the boxers do. Because, it's not like it's a secret what your weight is when you're showing the world what you're doing, but I think that could be kind of fun. Bit of smack talk, get them on the scales, you zoom down and then zoom up, and it's like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. When I was running today, I was thinking about that. What could they do so that people couldn't cheat about their weight? And one thing was, you have to send a video or something of the person stepping on the scale so that we know, and then Ironman could put in for them. They would figure out their weight per kilogram or whatever. Watts per kilogram. So, I don't know.
I think it would be fun as well. I think that would just add another element of... Well, it gets... far out. If we thought commentary for a full Ironman outside real life was tough... and granted, that's for 8, 9, 10 hours.
Right.
But commentating just on a screen watching people not going anywhere, just watching an avatar go somewhere, like that's even tougher. So kudos to Michael Lovato and Dee Griesbauer for doing it. But I think something like the weigh-in, it just gives them a little bit more to talk about. Like I reckon it would be fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a really good point, because when they do chime in, the race, like it starts in a couple of minutes, and so all you see is everyone already on the bikes and they're warming up. So that would definitely, I think, add something to it.
Yeah.
Dee Dee made a good point, and she said actually it's quite fun commentating because they have everyone's watts like up on the screen.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're
good
actually
point.
able to see a lot more info, and then they're able to see all of the athletes at the same time as well. Like, you know, they were just commenting on people's faces and how hard they were going and breathing. And
Good point.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, good point.
But,
yeah, I like it. And Jordan has just said Dee Dee and Michael did a nice job and they had great guests. Oh, like Flora Duffy chimed in at some stage. Oh, that's cool.
yeah, Flora Duffy did. They had Cam Worth today as well.
That'll add a little bit of flavour.
He was actually really tame, though, so good for him.
All right. Well, okay, so the first Ironman VR weekend is done and dusted. So congrats to Jocelyn. And in the men's race, who won the men's? I don't care. I'm joking. Patrick. Oh, that's right. Sorry, Jordan did say. Patrick weighing in at 130 pounds. That's pretty light, right? Anyway.
He looks pretty tiny. But Justin Metzler, he took, I think, 3 of the preems today. So he did a good job of, pushing out some watts when he needed to.
Yeah, right. And they actually getting cash?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to when you're online and we'll make sure we're tuning in.
Yes. Well, hopefully it'll be in a few weeks and I can gain some fitness before.
I'm not ready.
Not ready. Oh, God, no.
You're like, give me a call when you've got a virtual swim going on.
Yeah. Well, although I think it's been 3 weeks since I've been in the pool, so...
Oh, you would have lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
can you hear me now?
Yes. Speaking of swimming, we next up on our schedule is swim school with LB. Have you got an exercise that people can do at home if they've got particular equipment, which I'll get you to talk through? And I spoke about this at the start of our chat. We do have an article coming out tomorrow that you've written for us with a whole bunch of different exercises. But we thought while we've got you on here, let's get you to take us through an exercise.
Yeah, so for me, I guess, can you hear me okay?
Yep. Okay.
So for me, I think one of the best tools is the bands with the paddles on them. And, it's something I ordered online and have been doing a few times a week, putting into my schedule. And, you hear a lot of people, they're trying to make up for their lack of swimming. So they're trying to spend hours doing bands and doing all this stuff. But I don't really think you need to be spending that much time doing it.
Right.
So for me, I'm doing like 3 times a week, 20 to 30 minutes. And so a couple of the things that I like to do, hopefully you can see me.
Yep, perfect.
Is double arm pulls. So all you do is put the paddles on. You're thinking about keeping your fingertips down, elbow up. And you're just going to pull all the way through and just go back and forth. So that's probably that's one of my favorite things to do. And then the other one would be to swim a freestyle. And you're just alternating back and forth.
Yeah.
Again, just trying to keep your fingertips down, elbows up. And, you're doing something like 30 seconds fast, 30 seconds easy, something like that.
Yeah. And when you're doing something like that, other than the fingers pointing down and elbows up, do you think about things like engaging your lats, or like, are there any other cues that you specifically use and you recommend other people to think about? Because I know for me particularly, when I'm swimming, like it's all technique, right? And the feel of the water, which we obviously don't have the feel of the water. So technique is something that we can really work on now. So I know that I really have to engage those muscles and think about engaging those muscles, particularly when you're not in the water.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key thing would be to engage your lats for sure. I've seen a lot of videos of people doing these exercises, and you can tell that they're really just bending their elbow and pushing back, and they're not using their lats at all. And so this is definitely a good time to figure out how to use them. You know, I mean, you can put your hand on your lat and make sure before you pull that you're engaging it, and then pull through. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think those are the three main things: the fingertips down, elbows up, and engage your lats, that you can think about during those exercises.
Yeah, right. Alicia Kay. Hi, Alicia. Hope you're well.
Hi.
She has just said, would you ever isolate specific parts of the stroke on the bands?
Oh, yeah. So I did do a video a couple days ago, and one exercise would be just to work on your front catch. And then the other exercise is to work on just finishing your stroke, so in the back. So yeah, exactly. Those are kind of like the two other things that you can do with the bands that are really helpful as well, for sure. Awesome. Good job, Alicia.
She says hi as well. So further than that, sorry, we've got, like I said, the article coming out tomorrow where you've got a few descriptions, but you are currently posting a few videos on your Instagram account.
Yeah, on Instagram. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a good place for people to go to watch you. I think you've posted two, maybe three already with a few different ideas.
Yeah, I've done 2 videos, and I try and keep them short because I know for me, like, a lot of people are posting videos about all these exercises you can do. And honestly, like, I see that they're 10 or 20 minutes long, and I can't get through more than a couple minutes because I don't know why. I feel like it's really hard to concentrate these days. So I promise they are very short. They're less than 2 minutes, and they get straight to the point.
That is key. I definitely think. I like it. Okay, so stay tuned for that. And then just Instagram handle is it?
Lauren B. Brandon.
Yeah, B stands for Bailey, right?
Bailey, yeah. Hence the old Skype name, Lauren Bailey.
That's right. Oh, I completely forgot. Happy birthday for the other day.
Gee, thanks.
What number is it?
Oh, 35, mid-30s.
Oh, you are smack bang in the middle of the 30s.
I know. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's a big birthday. 35, 40. Those are big birthdays, I feel like.
Yeah. So did you celebrate big?
I mean, not too much. I did open up a nice bottle of wine that I got, so that was exciting.
Nice.
And we did go and order some food from a local restaurant, which was nice to not have to cook.
Good one.
Yeah. Can you guys still go to restaurants and, like, pick up food to go?
Yeah, we can still get takeaway. Yeah. And then a lot of restaurants are signing up to Uber Eats or their own sort of takeaway service. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
I'm kind of in two minds because I want to support the local businesses because I totally get small businesses trying to stay afloat for as long as they can.
Right.
So I'm trying not to. We've sort of decided that Brett's the gopher, so he'll go whenever he needs to go and get coffee or groceries or whatever. So we're just doing it with one person. But then I'm like, should we be limiting that as well? And I don't know. Like, and every time I do something, if I've had to go outside or whatever, you just like, I skipped that step, and
I know. No, I completely agree. It's like, it's definitely nice to go get food to go so that you're not cooking and exactly like you said, support the local businesses. But it also kind of freaks me out because I'm like, oh crap, this person touched the bag, and I don't know. You're so much more mindful of all that stuff, and it's I agree. You're definitely kind of pulled in a couple different ways for everything, right?
Absolutely. I think, at the bottom of it, you just do what you feel is right. Is
right.
The only way. As follow the actual rules.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Please follow the rules.
Yes. Mel Saltil has just said, "Oh, the poor Kiwis, they don't get to go to restaurants or anything, or get takeaway." Sorry, Mel, and I was just drinking a takeaway coffee again on screen. Sorry, Mel. She told me off last time. Mel Marsh, one of our top-tiered patrons, both of the Mels are.
Nice.
Yes, she said, "I love the swim series that you did a while back as well. Really helped me." I assume that means you, not me.
Oh, well, remember when I gave you a bunch of drills and you talked about them and did them?
Yes.
Way to go.
I still have to film myself doing them.
Right. Shucks, you can't get in a pool right now. So
yeah. As soon as we get back.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so now we've got a new thing that we're doing, and this is called What Happens in I need like a little tune to introduce this next. Hang on, wait. Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it. I think people will just hear it on Facebook. It just goes.
Oh, shucks. Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to introduce it. Okay. New segment is what happens in ISO stays in ISO.
Love it.
Okay, what is your what happens in ISO stays in ISO? What can you tell us?
Okay, so is this just like a one-time thing? Because I had a one-time thing that, probably was, I don't know, a little different. Well, the other day, Coach Julie Dibbins.
We love Dibs.
We love Dibs. She gave me a swim bands workout for the day. And I think it was on my birthday, so I had a bike and I went to the grocery store and picked up cake and all this stuff. And I came back, opened a bottle of wine, started drinking, and then I was like, oh crap, I haven't done my swim bands yet. So I was like, well, I guess a little wine and swim bands is okay. So I enjoyed my wine and did my swim bands.
I like it. Did you tell Dibs
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I may or may have not drank some wine during that.
Oh, I love it. My what happens in ISO stays in ISO is also drinking related.
So, sorry.
But what I did the other day is we opened a bottle of wine. So Brett's got this thing, right? So we've got this amazing, like all this wine back here, and it's fantastic. And I've put it all together. Like I said, OCD's through the roof. So we've gone through all the bottles of wine. We've got on. There's this wine app that you plug it in, or you take a photo of the label and it picks it up and. It can tell you the best year to drink the wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then I'm like, ooh, we got to drink it now.
Shucks.
Yeah. But he's like, so before we had to stop going out to people's houses, I'd be like, oh, we better grab a bottle of wine to take over to our friends for a barbecue. And he's like, we'll stop at the bottle and I'm like, we've got a rack of wine. Why do we, let's just use that. No, that's for a special occasion only. But every single bottle on the rack is for a special occasion, whether it's from a $30 bottle of wine up to a $300 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I finally convinced him. I'm like, we don't have any other choice. We've just got to open up one of my favourites. It's a St. Hubert's Pinot Noir. So I opened it up. But, and we have to decant it. And... Anyway, so we've got it in the, what do you call it, the carafe thingo, decanter, glass, bottle, jug thing. And we're drinking it, and I was like, oh, I feel guilty because one of our best mates, that's her favourite wine as well. It just felt wrong drinking it without her. So then the next night, and I would never do this normally because if I got pulled over, I'd get in a lot of trouble. So I've taken half, because I only drank half the bottle, the carafe of wine. So it's open in the car and I'm driving around to my... So on the way back, a police car was actually not following me, but they were behind me. So
yeah.
Anyway, I was going through my head, if they pull me over for whatever reason, I'm going to have to tell them this story that it is. But this is ISO. Like, we were desperate that I had to, like, what happens in ISO, I would never do it again. So anyway.
You were just being nice and sharing it with a friend, I mean.
Exactly. Anyway, all's well that ended
I like
well.
it. Oh, did your friend enjoy it? I'm sure she did.
Oh, I put together a little video about it and everything. She cried because I told her... I texted her and I was like, put your glass on the gate, on top of the gate.
Yeah.
And then when I turned up, she put a little note in it that said, I love you, thank you. And I turned up and poured it in without touching. So I wasn't holding the glass, I was just doing that. But she'd snuck out and filmed it from her point of view as well. So we got to have a chat as well, which was pretty funny.
Love it.
But yes, ordinarily I wouldn't be driving around the streets with half a carafe of wine.
Probably not.
Just going back, Pam Goodley has said, yes, Vino de Swim Bands is a new thing, thanks to you now.
Yes, awesome.
We like it. Sid has tuned in, one of your JD crew, a recent JD crew.
Woohoo!
She said, I'll be drinking on our JD crew group ride on Friday. It's a Friday afternoon for me. And Joe Coomer said, I have not heard of that app. Once I find out what it is, Joe, I'll send you a message and let you know what that app is. Okay, other people who have tuned in, we had Tamsin Hayes, sorry I missed you. Luke Gilmer as well has tuned in. Hi guys. Okay, the last thing that we had to do was what's your favourite thing? I've lost my sheet. What else did I email that you have to do?
Well, we're going to talk about some positive things.
Yes, that's what we want, positive stuff.
Yes,
okay,
we do.
What's something positive that you've seen in the last week?
I mean, I think there's a lot of things. I just like how I feel like communities are kind of coming together and doing things to help each other out. But more from like a personal side, my mom lives in California and, you know, everyone is running low on PPE. So
PPE?
She has the protection gear, you know, like for healthcare workers.
Yep.
And so she knows how to sew. So she started sewing together masks, and she's going to be, her and some other people in her community are making like thousands of masks and giving them to the healthcare workers where they live, which just, you know, I think that's so amazing. And it gives, like, my mom feels so good that she's actually able to help out. And, you know, I wish I knew how to sew or do something, but I don't.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing to see. And I know a lot of people in our community are doing the same. So
that's so cool. So,
yeah.
Your mum made Frankie some little
the washcloths.
Yeah, we've still got them. She actually, there's these cute little washcloths, and she uses them and walks around the house, just cleaning the house. She just wipes the wall. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah. The other day, I put a sheet of paper up on the wall so she could draw with the crayons on the sheet of paper, and she went off and onto the wall.
Oh, God.
But she's dobbing herself in because she realizes when she makes a mistake, and she'll be like, she'll come out and she'll go, no, and grab the washcloth and go back and try and scrub it. It's amazing.
Well, that's good. That's good that she's cleaning up after herself stuff.
Exactly. Yep, she can definitely teach me a thing or two.
No.
Just on your amazing mother and her sewing, so when you say she's making the masks, can you, like, does it have to be specific material that you make it out of?
So she's making two different kinds of masks. Like, she made ones that actually have a filter in them, so kind of a more advanced mask. I don't know. Yeah. And she's sending, like, me a couple and, you know, some other family members. But then I guess for the healthcare workers, they have the N95 masks already,
Yeah.
but since they aren't supposed to reuse those, they can use like the mask that my mom and the other people are making, and they wear it over it, and so they can wash the outside, and then they can reuse the N95 mask.
Oh,
I think I got that right. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I know some hospitals weren't accepting handmade things, but I know they're going through like specific standards, and there's like one person that is in contact with all these women who are making them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is so cool. I saw, I don't know who posted it, but I think I saw it on Twitter, someone say, I've got hundreds of finisher t-shirts. Can we, as a community, send the t-shirts to someone like your mum who can actually sew? And you, like, that could be, a triathlon community,
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody needs to figure out if that will work or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I like it.
Yeah.
We're just getting some more. Someone has said, Jane Martin has said there is a pocket in the
Oh,
mask.
that's my mom.
Oh!
So she can tell you more about it, because I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Jane, you legend. Let's pop her up on here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, everyone, this is Jane. So I've popped her comment up on the thing. So this is Jane, Lauren's mum, who is an amazing woman who can sew and is making masks for the incredible, I was going to say first responders, but they're not first responders. What do we call them again?
Healthcare workers?
Healthcare superheroes.
No.
That's what we're going to call
yes, thank you.
Healthcare
Yes.
superheroes. HCSH. That's it. Jane, you're an incredible woman. I love it. I hope to meet you one day. And Frankie says thank you very much for her washcloths. They are a big hit in our... Seriously, we don't use any other cloths for her. She's not interested in the ones that we had already bought her. That's what we use.
Oh.
Yeah, so once you finish with the masks, Jane, we might need a couple more. And we're going into the colder months, so if you can whip up a blanket for Chef Brady, he gets cold, so he might like that.
Yeah. Come on, Mom.
Yeah.
Please. You're retired. You're not doing anything.
Exactly. I'll give you till May. You've got a few more weeks up your sleeve, but that includes shipping times as well. So keep that in more. She just said she's going to send some more. I love it.
Nice.
Okay, and one of my favourite things in the last week, and this has been everywhere, but because I do have a kid, I can really appreciate that people are putting teddy bears in their windows, and kids are going on teddy bear hunts to find teddy bears in their local neighbourhood, which I just think is so cool. But then, and this just popped into my head, but I definitely want to talk about this one. Nikki Bartlett, did you see what she's doing?
Oh, yeah. Yes, go ahead.
So cool.
Amazing.
So she has dressed up, so she can still go for runs outside sort of locally. So she's dressing up as Spider-Man or Spider-Woman and going for runs and just lighting up the neighbourhood. Great for kids, but great for adults as well, just to see the ridiculousness in a great way. And I think a local newspaper or the news team did a story about her as well. So I think she's become quite iconic over there.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Very, very cool. I'm thinking about, I want to do something. I want to steal the idea and do something different. But it might be a walk in the neighbourhood.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm up for running.
Walking works too.
Exactly.
Do you have some costumes at your house, Steph?
Do you know what I do have is a Wonder Woman costume. Yes. So, but it's only like half a costume. So maybe, Jane, if you could...
Top half or bottom?
Yeah. Well, so it's like the little... It's the crown thingo, the headband thing, and then like the ching-ching, those things.
Okay. Yes.
But then the rest I'd have to make up. So Jane, if you're listening, if you could make me a Wonder Woman costume as well, that would be amazing.
And get it to Australia pronto.
Yes, please. Sort it out. Jane, I've given you plenty of work to do. You won't be bored in the coming weeks.
No.
Oh, funny. All right, Loza B. This has been 40 minutes of your very precious time. Actually, before we go, Laura Siddles just said, I want the dinosaur costume. Yeah, that Sky Monch wore on a treadmill. Did you see that?
I did.
Oh, so good. I'm
surprised you don't fall on your butt while doing that, you know?
It's pretty impressive, I gotta say. So
I'm pretty sure I would kill myself.
It's so... Those costumes are so good. I love the T-Rex costumes.
It's so funny. Yeah, have you seen the race that they had? I don't know, it was on Facebook somewhere, and it was a T-Rex run race.
So good. It's just so good.
I know.
How much would... Because... So our best mate's little man is obsessed with dinosaurs, and Frankie's quite obsessed with dinosaurs too. Like, how cool would it be? Like, that could be another thing that we do for our mates is just, Sky's just tuned in. We're just talking about you, Sky. We're just talking about your dinosaur costume on the treadmill. And Lauren would like to ask you how on earth you did it without falling over. So if you could fill us in on any tips for running on a treadmill in a dinosaur costume, that would be appreciated.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, imagine if we got dressed up and just sort of went past, like got a massive ghetto blaster, because that's, I don't know, everyone's got one of those, and blast out like the sound of a dinosaur outside their house, and then you just start walking past.
That'd be awesome. Do they make like one for little kids? I've never seen a little kid one.
This is a good question.
We'll have to look.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Because that would be amazing if your whole family was in a T-Rex costume.
Oh my goodness. So many ideas. I love it. And where we live on like a main street. So as I'm sitting here, I'm looking out and onto the street. People are walking past me all the time, and I'm like basically looking straight at them because I'm looking at the camera. But here would be perfect because you could just walk past the window and be like, Frankie, what was that? Sky has just said, it is dangerous. The treadmill was going slow.
Well, good job. We all really enjoyed watching you run on that.
It was
pretty impressive.
Very impressive. I actually liked the whole video as well. From someone who makes videos, I was quite impressed with how she pulled all that together. So 10 out of 10. Congratulations, Sky. Great work. Okay, people keep tuning in, but you've got things to do. I've got things to do, which is a good problem to have. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. That was fun.
So good to see you. We'll catch up again, hopefully in the next few weeks. You look after yourself.
All right, sweetie. Good to see you.
See you, dude. Thank you. Bye.